Okay, this is the third video I'm making regarding my homemade tools for wood turning. Here is the ash handled one. Has a copper pipe ferrule on it, set in with epoxy. This piece of steel was, I believe, 1/2 inch, might have been 7/16. I got it from Fastenal. Took it over to a buddy's house. He has a Bridgeport mill, and we put a round ball end mill, I think he called it, in. We machined the groove in several passes. So you can see it looks just like a bowl gouge. Then ground a profile on the end. Heated it up with his acetylene torch until it lost its magnetism. Tested it by just touching it with a magnet. And then I brought it home, put it in my oven at, I think, 350 degrees for 2 hours to temper it back to remove the hardness and make it so that it's tough and not brittle. Then I turned a wooden handle for it. The wooden handle is oversized because I have big meat hooks for hands. It works and cuts awesome. It's plain 01 tool steel. One tip for the ferrule and the steel both, they will both corrode, especially given that my shop is in my basement. The humidity makes them corrode, so I wipe them down with a little bit of shellac and boiled linseed oil. Because of that, the oxygen cannot get at the metal surface itself, and it doesn't corrode. It's a neat little trick. You'll never see it, never feel it, but it's there. The second one, made in the same exact way, just ball end milled down the length of the flute that you wanted. I made this out of a piece of walnut. Again, copper pipe ferrule, relatively large handle. This Celtic knot design looks really impressive. It's very, very easy. There are tons of tutorials out there on how to do it. Basically, you start with a square block, run it through your table saw on an angle, leaving about 1/8 of an inch of wood, what would have been out here, insetting a slice of contrasting wood, letting it dry, then rotating it 90 degrees, cutting it again, gluing in another piece of contrasting wood, letting it dry, cutting it again, and so on and so forth. When you turn it around, you get this really cool pattern. Looks like the contrasting wood is tied around, but it's really not. It's just inlaid several times. It turned out really good, but I don't know that I would do it again because it takes a long time. Part of the reason why I'm a wood turner is because I need more instant gratification. Okay, so that's about all there is to the gouges.